When the U.S. government asked for my birth certificate so they could draft me for World War III. I'm 12.
World War III is beginning to trend.
Oh no.
And the U.S.
Yeah,
killing
I've
of
seen a
Iran's
bunch of
general
World War III
Qasem
memes
Soleimani has brought
on social
tensions in the
media.
Middle East to a new level. Soleimani was the leader
Yes,
of
we haven't
Iran's
talked
Quds
about
Force,
this.
an
I
elite
feel like we've
military group of
probably
about
like
10,000
individually seen a
whose
lot about
purpose
it,
is
but
to
we haven't
train
really
and
like
organize militias
talked
across the
about it.
region. In 2018, President Donald Trump broke the Iran nuclear deal.
That's a deal to hurt the
Yeah, that was kind of a big thing, wasn't it?
United States.
Backpedaling on President
That
Barack
was definitely a
Obama's
bigger
efforts in
move
escalating tensions
by
in the
Trump
region.
himself.
Trump then reinstated financial and economic sanctions.
He trying
on
to
Iran
reverse
and
everything
labeled
Obama
Iran's
did.
Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps a terrorist organization. Iran attacked U.S.
Yeah, this has
allied
been
oil
going on
tankers
for a
and
while.
infrastructure in the Gulf region, among other things, and the tit-for-tat
This is,
battle continued. But those tensions pale in comparison to the U.S. killing of Soleimani.
I need like all the details I can get. It's kind of hidden under all the memes that
Kind
I
of
see
misinformed,
instead. Yeah, I'm very
basically.
misinformed because all I see are like the Twitter memes.
I feel like there might be something, but it's not going to be as big as a whole world war, you know? Maybe a little bit of fighting, but I doubt in hell that there's going to be a whole world war just based on this.
So that was the video briefly explaining the recent events that have occurred between the US and Iran, which have obviously stirred up a lot of controversial conversations, including discussions about the possibility of a World War III. Many people quickly turned to the internet to make and share memes about it. So we're going to get your thoughts on some of those today.
They're pretty funny too. Some of them.
Iran versus USA. 2020 is going to be my year. World War III is trending on the third day. Yeah, that was literally the first meme of the decade.
Wow, so much happened in like the first 3 days. It just seemed like, okay, this year is not gonna be very great.
I mean, they're funny, but then again, still kind of scary. I mean, that's the way we feel about it, and none of us want to go to war.
Kids just don't understand the seriousness of it, I guess, because I think they're just misinformed and they don't know the reason behind it.
It's not my fault, not
I mean, the girls when we still a tank in World War III.
It's not my fault, not my fault.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
Dude, TikTok is so good.
Oh, keeping up with the Kardashians. That's funny.
It was such a quick meme that like it just blew up so fast. I was like, whoa. Like my whole For You page on TikTok was just all World War III memes.
Me having no f***ing idea what I'm doing in hashtag World War III. Oh my God.
He's a clown. He's like, I'm a clown. I don't know what I'm doing. They just recruited me.
It's like these memes have a little truth.
It's humorous, but is it making fun of our military?
It's
What do you
true.
think? No?
Well, he's just saying he has no idea what's going on.
I think it's less scary for Americans because the war doesn't feel like it comes here. It always goes there. So imagine the people. It always breaks my heart for the people in foreign countries.
These kinds of memes seem to take over social media platforms, including Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and TikTok. And at some point, meme creators started to explore the possibility of a military draft. So we're going to show you some of those memes now.
Draft. Okay, those are the best ones. Especially the TikToks. Those are funny.
He said, I'm laughing at the memes, but low-key, I'm scared as hell.
That's very funny.
This one is probably the most appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that illustrates exactly what the problem is. Right now, everyone's just kind of laughing and confused, but when the reality hits, if the reality hits, the joke's over.
I'm almost within that age range.
I don't see a draft happening.
I mean, it could. So
I
that's why everyone's scared.
I'm not old enough, so it's not really that big a deal to me. But I would want to.
You would want to what?
To protect the country.
Okay. Well, there's
When
still
I'm
have the
18.
opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
You don't have to be drafted. You can
Yeah,
volunteer.
that's true.
Gays, when we get drafted.
I saw this.
Oh my God, that's so hilarious.
That's a really good one.
God bless America.
All right, so the topic is certainly sensitive, but that was a damn good dance.
They'd probably be making TikToks in World War III, to be honest.
That's a good one.
When the U.S. government asked for my birth certificate so they could draft me for World War III. I'm 12. I had to make a fake ID, be like, yo, I'm 11.
It's kind of true though. Like, we don't want to get drafted, and a lot of the people that are making the memes are actually the ones that
are scared.
That are really scared. They're just like, please stay away from me.
Bench warmers. Well, I just feel like they don't have that much. Like, they don't really care what happens. Because if they cared, they would go out and protect the country.
If World War III's starting and women want equal rights so bad, we should start drafting them too. And then,
Right?
And then.
I saw this one. I did one like this. This is the one that I did.
You're like, we're gonna do it what the wives and the women are supposed to do then. We'll listen to y'all.
We're gonna get to work.
No hate on anybody who's creating memes about this or anything, but like personally, I can't just joke about something like this.
Memes have evolved because it's always been a response to whatever's popular, and that's how you're going to get it viewed, just because it's on a popular subject. And it's become so common. It's like, okay, this is trending, make a meme, something's funny, that an event like this falls into it, and the machine just continues to crank. I don't think the filters applied for people to realize this requires focus. This is very serious.
Yeah.
Instead, it's just, okay, what's going on this week? What have we got on the list? And so they're just cranking it out.
The reaction to these memes has been mixed, with many saying that they are using humor to cope with their fears about war, while others have expressed their concern about making light of such a serious situation as seen in the following tweets.
Okay.
And not gonna lie, this "we joke to get us through trauma" thing ain't applicable this time, lol. It's not your trauma to joke about. Yeah, I get this. So for some people, it's definitely way more real than we assume it to be, but I think telling people to stop isn't really gonna do much.
It's different times, People, it's just 2020, man.
The internet.
People gonna joke about everything.
People don't take stuff seriously nowadays.
If we're afraid, whatever works at this point.
Actually, I agree. If you're afraid, whatever works.
It's just going over their heads right now. They're not processing it correctly. But that's like every teenager in the world, to be honest.
Americans are making a joke out of something that will kill millions here in the Middle East. Our lives are in danger. We are worried about our future. This is disgusting. Gays on their ways to the trenches during World War III. I feel bad for laughing.
It's a joke for a reason. It's made to laugh at, not take seriously in most situations.
You can imagine if you're on the other side that they have, their own concerns about how something serious could be looked at so lightly.
See, us in America, we see what's going on in the news and we hear that, but we really can't feel their pain. Like they are. They're like, oh, we got family there. I've been there.
And seeing these things is just like scaring me even more because I'm like, what do I do about this situation that's going on right now, though?
I can tell you this. I can remember when I was a senior in high school and Bush Sr. was escalating what was going on in the Middle East at the time with Iraq. I had a history teacher who came in just cackling in the middle of the afternoon, said, boys, I hope you like picking sand fleas out of your boots because you're all going to be going to the East. That joke, terrible as it was, actually made us all suddenly realize the significance of the situation we were in. Fortunately, the pendulum swings and things balanced out. I know that it feels like there's a possibility of World War III, but I have some confidence that this will balance out again.
We want to start off by saying that this topic has been very polarizing online, but we have a unique opportunity today to get the perspective of both teens and their parents. As you can see, the topic of World War III has been one of the most talked about and memed things to happen this year so far. Obviously, the possibility of a new world war is scary and dangerous. Why do you think so many people turned it into a humorous meme?
Well, I just think it's a way to cope with the situation because obviously we know it's awful and it's possible that something might happen. But if we can make light of such a dark subject, then it'll at least get us through it.
Because here we go about our lives on a regular basis and don't see bombs, exploding in front of us or near us. Everything turns into a joke to Americans. And this is actually kind of a serious thing that's happening in the world.
They don't want to face reality. Yeah, there's a possibility of a World War III going on, but that's scary to think about. So let's, not think about it.
So we make a joke out of everything. Like SNL, they're making jokes about all this stuff. People laughing, carrying on, laughing about Donald Trump. Oh, Donald Trump, this stuff. Like, yo, he the president. All he got to do is push a couple buttons and say a couple things, and we're going to shoot a couple missiles off.
We don't know We don't know the situations that supposedly led to the moment we're in right now. We don't know what's going to happen 2 days from now. And that makes it even more uncomfortable. But it also gives you a little bit of license to where you can make fun of it or at least be humorous.
I understand where these people are coming from. That's not how I personally am trying to cope with this right now. We're all just really trying to just understand what's going on and figuring out how to deal with that.
The United States has been kind of going through this idea of this war on terrorism and this war for kind of a long time.
This has been going on probably since biblical days.
Yeah.
Before we was born. It's going on for all over hundreds of years.
As someone who has seen how the United States and the world reacted to those events, how would you compare the response to a possible World War III to the threats of war when you were growing up?
Well, I think the whole idea of memes, is just because everybody has access to it now. So many people have access to a computer and can generate these memes where we've probably done similar things, just didn't have the technology, so we had to wait till the nighttime comics put together a routine, and they reached a lot of people by doing their thing on TV.
We have to have some sort of comedy, some sort of laughter in this generation, because the old generation was definitely grieving and depression was hitting, and I think sometimes we have to have some of the light.
You just see everything in quickness. Back then, we wouldn't know until we turn on the TV or the radio. We wouldn't know anything, and we'd only hear from the people that are on the radio or in or in the news. Now everybody has a say about everything.
So many articles have pointed the anger surrounding the memes specifically towards Gen Z, as they are one of the most active generations on social media and are responsible for a lot of the memes like the ones you saw today. As a teenager, how do you feel about the blame being pointed at you, but also, do you feel that your generation just has a different outlook on things than your parents?
It's stupid. If something is awful, we try to make light of that subject. We don't try to just say, oh, this is awful, just look at it in an awful way. We try to make light of it. That's all we can really do.
To blame our generation for the jokes? Yeah, sure, but is it really that much of a bad thing? Deep down, we're kind of scared. We're just a little. And the memes definitely help reassure us.
A lot of people in my generation aren't as educated and don't know a lot of the backstories and how war actually works. So that's probably why we're joking about it. And I feel like older generations or whoever should be mad at us because we probably don't know as much as they do.
For a lot of people my age, we either weren't born for 9/11 or we weren't really old enough to really be in it and understand what was going on. So this is kind of the first real scare of a global crisis that I've really had to deal with.
We definitely have a different outlook on what our parents do, because if I show her a meme, she'll always be like, what, I don't get it. What does that mean?
That meme that you guys always say, okay, boomer. I feel like everything that you guys do and that we don't agree on, you guys are always going to be like, okay, boomer. But there is a generation gap, so I don't really blame them for it because we just grew up in different eras.
So finally, whether you agree with these World War III memes or not, what would you want to say to the people who are creating the memes?
That's a tough one.
just be a little more sensitive when you create them towards the people that are out there. So when you create them, just think of both sides. That's all.
If that's what makes you happy, then keep doing what you're doing. I know there's people out there that are very angry at you, but if this is what's helping you at ease, then continue to.
I say if you like making them, keep making them.
And I would just have to say that one of the things that makes our country great is that we have the ability to do these things and we have the opportunity to discuss our differences and whether or not we like them or not. I suppose that if somebody is creating things you don't like, then you have the chance to turn them off.
Make sure that you're happy right now. Be with the people that you care about. Just spend quality time with the people that you love. This is a really tough time and this is a really big issue to have to go through, and you really shouldn't have to deal with it alone. So, yeah.
I can't step on that. That's perfect.
Thanks for watching this episode
of Teens and Parents React.
If you like this video,
make sure you give it a like.
What are your thoughts on World War III memes?
Let us know in the comments.
Peace!
Hey y'all, FBE producer Blythe here. Want to catch up on all of our latest videos? Well then subscribe to our channel and get here early, and you might even get to talk to me in the first 30 minutes. Bye!